Great. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Alright. I guess all that's needed is players you want same piece sets. Not sure if G's knows it for we're on Tetris Gauntlet. That is correct. We had to reschedule this particular matchup between G's and Timmy. So the last match didn't end. So Oxcords currently lead the match 2-1. Alright, Timmy says he's fine with SPSGs. How about you? Alright. Well, we got it ready from Timmy. We just need it ready from G's. We got the ready from G's. There we go. We go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Alright, so G's once again declined to play on same piece sets. We do have our start from Timmy. And we got our start from G's. So pretty interesting matchups we have going on here. The Oxcords are up 2-1. First two matches, they traded blows where Blue Scooty was able to walk away with the captain's match. But the third match went to a decider between Ansel and Kitten. And gives the Oxcords a chance to take this one if G's is able to defeat Timmy here. If not, then we could see a potential sudden death. Sparks and Minos have already won their first match here the second half of the season. And it was up against the Millionaires, no less. So the start to building up the momentum, try and get in those top 8 or top 6 seeds. That started for the Sparks and Minos. The Oxcords, of course, also fighting for that top 6. As the way that things currently stand, very contested. Well, contested for the last 3 spots. Stochastic Squad should be pretty safe. Millionaires and Grandmasters are definitely safe. The last 3 spots are being fought for. Right now, 117 for G's, 144 for Timmy. Both of these players are also confirmed to be participating in the playoffs too. As of right now, this is actually a pretty even game. 209 to 219. G's with the 1 Tetris advantage. Coach Timmy, a longtime player in Gauntlet in general, not just the teams, but has been playing in Gauntlet since I believe at least Season of Storm. 256 to now 291. There is another Tetris for Timmy. Goes into the lead at 314. G's, of course, behind by 2 Tetrises worth in lines. So one Tetris is going to kind of close the gap. And a couple of adjustments. It's going to work out well. Another Tetris is going to be scored 327 to 337. Both players on track for a 600k transition here in game number 1. G's really doing his best to take care of that left. Tetris for Timmy goes up to 383. Timmy does get an O piece to fill in the left. G's still with the advantage. It's going to be another Tetris score for G's. 398 goes to the lead by 10,000. Timmy really holding out for this long bar. Finally gets it. Definitely got a little bit uncomfortably high there. Stack has been brought into a more comfortable position. Ample opportunities to burn, but doesn't need it. Does find a long bar, knocks down a Tetris. 458 to now 446. The level 18 play from both of these players has been astounding. Timmy goes for the Tetris. Didn't decide to adjust the T piece to avoid skimming for a single. He's going to be looking for an L piece or J piece. Either or would help. There's the L and no J to follow, unfortunately. But the board is ready to score a Tetris. $563 for G's, $557 for Timmy. Timmy has already transitioned. Goes to level 20 at 653. G's at 610. G's going to transition at 613. Set up for a column 4. Does find the long bar and the perfect Z piece to burn out. Timmy at 706. A 60,000 point lead, but almost a full level ahead. Or actually over a full level ahead. As G's goes to level 20 just now. Tetris for Timmy goes up to 674. Or not for Timmy, for G's goes up to 674. Timmy at 766. He's going to knock down another one, goes up to 793. Almost 800k going into 23. A very powerful game to start off here. And Timmy has just been on fire. G's knocks into Tetris. Would love an L piece. Gets an I piece instead. That's going to force a couple extra burns. Timmy's going to knock down another Tetris. Goes up to 851. G's going to focus on building out the left. Decides to take a skim. Looking for an L or no. Decides to go for that delay burn. It's going to allow him to get Tetris ready. Tetris is going to be a score for both players. Timmy with a 150,000 point lead, but about a level and a half in the future. So G still has ample room to kind of make a comeback here. Harper is waiting patiently for the long bar. Finally finds it. Timmy runs into a slowdown. Wall is open over here for G's, and a dirty Tetris is going to be scored. Actually, a Simo Tetris there for both players. 921 to now 797. And G's now in a lot of trouble, not able to get piece over to the left. Needs an I piece. Could have been the Hail Mary, but eyepiece doesn't come in enough time. Timmy in a dangerous position as well, but is good enough to take game number 1. For a 140,000 point lead. Okay, but Raw Nations, if I know correctly, if this match goes to sudden death, then you would play. I don't think you guys have another match outside of that because it hasn't been scheduled with any other team. Dude, why the heck is everyone getting their jerseys so fast? Shipping go Burr. Alright. We got a ready from G's. We got a hover 3 from Timmy, which means we're good to go. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, as far as I can see, this is the only match that happens today. Since Ivory handles scheduling and y'all's server, which I'm not in your server, so kind of at a loss there. Yeah, but no other team is supposed to play today. At least I don't think. Anyways, start the match off. Timmy has won the first game. G's had a better overall 18, even though both players managed to transition with 600 Ks, if I'm not mistaken. But Timmy in the post transition was just unstoppable. Didn't really run into issues until 24. And G's unable to make it too much further than 24, if I'm not mistaken. Just unable to kind of facilitate a comeback. But game 2 is underway. 205 for Timmy G's. Following that, Tetris goes to 166. Nice fits over there from Timmy. He's taking 5 burn lines here in the opener. It's 240 right now. G's not really put in a position to score Tetrises in rapid succession. Does get the well open as Timmy is trying to manage a drought at the moment. Eyepiece comes. There's the Tetris for Timmy. 303. Same long bar count too, so Timmy's just been really efficient with his eyepieces. G's in the midst of a drought. Can't use the eyepiece for a Tetris, but can use the second one. 267 to now 349. Timmy has just been on a fantastic tear here. $297 now. $395 for Timmy. things are pretty chill for both players. Things might have got a little bit uncomfortable over there for Timmy. The eyepiece did come, so I was able to bring the stack down. And Timmy, with almost a 100,000 point lead, both players are at identical line counts too. Another touch is going to be scored for Timmy. 467 and now 367. And Timmy actually running into some trouble here. He's going to encounter a slowdown. Just looking for the right way to navigate through it. Tetris is going to be scored by G's. And oh, G's actually decides to tuck the O piece underneath. That's going to put a lot of weight on that column too. Might decide to go for dirty Tetrises from now on, as Timmy knocks down quite a dirty right there. 495 to now 416. We are past the 100 line mark. And it looks like G's is going to commit. We are closing in on the transition. Neither player with a clean board. As a matter of fact, geez, if the pieces don't fall in his favor, this could be a top out before 19. Ooh, an I piece not necessarily wanted right here. If an L piece comes, G's not able to do anything. It's going to top out at 432. So Timmy is good for game number 2 with a 556 transition. We do have a ready from G's. And we have a hover 3 from Timmy. So, that being said, we are on match point for Timmy. Sudden death can be forced with this next game. Let's see if G's has something to say about that. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Geez, already not the best situation. Only a couple of burns were taken. And a few more required. Ooh, this S piece is really not favorable for G's. As a matter of fact, G's in need of an I piece. Does get it. Left side needs to be addressed. Just a lot of early burning over here for G's. The well does get open. It's going to be a Tetris for Timmy. And Tetris for G's, able to survive here. Very spooky opener. But Timmy wasn't able to capitalize the most out of it either. Of course, with G's being the one to decline same piece sets, we're going to get different piece sequences for these players. So you'll occasionally see a discrepancy in their line count there towards the bottom of each side's player. On the left for G's, on the right for Timmy. Tetris is going to be scored. Goes up to 174. G's at 92,000. Another Tetris is going to be scored. 139. Another Tetris for G's. 242. Timmy setting up a couple of overhangs. And nice, decides to go for the flat burn, or the flat placement using the Z as opposed to tucking it. Did skim one line, but allowed for a Tetris to be scored in that instance. 232 to now 334, 100,000 point lead for Timmy yet again. G's covered up the wheel as soon as the long bar came, but was able to find a Tetris shortly after. Nice set of adjustments over there for G's. But as of right now, Timmy's just going to really hold on to this lead. G's has starting to make a little bit of a comeback. Timmy sets up a long bar dependency. That's going to actually force some burning. Beautiful adjustment on the T. Way to react. And a Tetris is going to be scored for Timmy. G's has closed the gap though. Now only trails by approximately 3 Tetrises. Of course, G's match life is on the line. Timmy already has won the first 2 games. Rather convincingly so. There's a Tetris for G's, goes up to 398. G's setting up for the column 4 on row 3. There is no eyepiece in sight. This could become a costly endeavor. As a matter of fact, those O pieces are not going to help whatsoever. 20 lines to go until level 19, so definitely can burn this out by then. However, is at the mercy of the pieces that he receives. As Timmy has now expanded the lead back up to over 100,000. Currently 140,000. At a Tetris is going to go up to 170,000 point lead. Jeez. Only a couple of lines away before the transition, but that's going to work out. G's going to transition 438, staying alive. And kind of had to in that particular situation. Timmy, on the other hand, is going to transition at 618. G's is up at the top of the board. We could be looking at a sudden death if the long bar doesn't come right now. G's barely gets it over another long bar. But that left side is a massive concern. Only going to be able to bring it down one more line. Now, how is G's going to deal with this? He was given the Hail Mary. Nice taps over there for G's. Keeping hope alive here in this game. However, that left side is going to have to be addressed. And that O piece was not too friendly. We'll love an L piece. Timmy gets a split triple. Neither player is in Tetris scoring position. As a matter of fact, G's is on the verge of potential top out if he can't bring the stack down. There's another L or J piece dependency. Does get it filled. Finally gets a couple of T pieces. Opens up the hole on the left-hand side. Timmy now also experiencing some issues, but able to find a dirty Tetris out of it. Both players with definitely a rough post-transition. G's just trying to take the burns when they come. Would love an I piece. It's a J piece instead, so gonna have to compromise. And now, column 2, this hole in column 2 is a thorn in G's side. I've always said that column 2 holes are generally the worst to deal with when you're down stacking. You're kind of seeing that in action right now. Very painful post-transition, but throughout all of that, Jeez has managed to survive. However, it was not without his cause. Jeez trails by almost 200,000 points, and Timmy has just gotten his board under control. Jeez, not able to go for any dirty Tetris setups either. Pieces just won't allow it. Does get a hole filled in column 4, and at this point, he's got to go for these Tetrises. It's not too much more burning that he can afford, unless Timmy were to top out right now and G's were to go perfect. Or require some 29 play. Both players knocked down a Tetris. 819 for Timmy. 595 for G's. G's is down to the bottom, but almost trails by 250, or no, almost 300,000 points actually. And that hole at the bottom is going to cause G's to go for row 2. And unless massive amounts of 29 play is instigated, that might be all that G's is going to be able to do here in this match. There's another Tetris for G, 677. Timmy at 955. Props to G's for surviving this long. But survival isn't the name of the game. Tetris is. And down by over 300,000 points and 1 line to go before 29. That's going to do it for G's, topping out at 717. Timmy with the clean sweep. Wins game number 3, takes match number 4, and we head into sudden death. And let Timmy play this out. Nice, C27. What a game this is from Timmy. Wow. Nice 5-tap. This is ridiculous. Nice. Another crucial 5-tap hip and the tuck. There's the 1.3. No way. Oh, wait, what? Hold on, wait, there's actually a chance. Wait. No freaking way. Couldn't get it, but a D12 for Timmy. We're gonna head into our intermission while we get our first match for sudden death set up. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hopefully next week I can get things underway with having my stuff properly done. Just have some work that I have to do after this, which I'm totally gonna procrastinate because I want to stream some Tetris. It's not every year you can get a max out on leap year. Okay, let's see where are our players at. With our player from Sparks and Minos sets. Just waiting on our player from the aux chords. The timer runs out and our player from the aux chords isn't here. Unless someone would like to sub in for the first spot. Unless this player is streaming in the Tetris category. Which doesn't look like it. Raw is here, so can make a team decision if this player doesn't show up. As I think G's might still be here. I tried. We was told 5 CT. True. Well, I don't know what was told in you guys' chat. Let's see. Yeah, there wasn't a CT time given in the Sparks and Minos chat. So like I said, I don't know what the heck happened in what's it called? In the aux chord chat. Yeah, that would be the player that we are waiting on. I think Timmy has to leave by what, 6:10 or just somewhere around there. $6:30. DM Lapis, he is Kitten's #1 fan. Funny. Man, oh man. You saying that, like, Lapis would have Kitten's phone number? Well, actually, what we can do, since both players from, both players in the second order are here, we'll keep the order the same, and then we'll just move the players that are supposed to play first, second. If Scooty is okay with that. Because I know both the players that were supposed to play second are here. Alright. And then if Kitten's still not here after that, that's just an L. Yeah. Now Timmy will be playing right now. So. Alright. Yo, I think everyone for Sparks and Minos actually should have their jersey now. That's playing in the playoffs, so not Akatsu. Yo, that means I can get the team picture together. Yeah, see, that's crazy. I shipped out these jerseys, like, on Friday. Did not expect some people to get them as early as they did. That name was probably my sister's name, because I used my sister's account to ship. Because discounted shipping. Since we both run businesses, so. No SPS and sudden death during the regular season. Alright, and then let's pull up Raw stream. Thank you guys for being patient. I'm assuming Raw's on main. For those of you that are new to Gauntlet, the way sudden death works is, well, might not have been as clear with this instance, but both teams would send a list, or not a list, 3 players to play and best of ones. The team order isn't revealed to the other team, so it is possible for mismatches in terms of like skill level or PB, I guess you could say. First team to win 2 best of ones takes the entirety of the match. So when Timmy and Ramations are good to go, then we can get sudden death underway. Timmy's funny. Yeah, you could think of it kind of like a rock, paper, scissors, but with a small chance that like paper can beat scissors. That kind of thing. And then there isn't any draws. There's always a definite winner. That's like the best way I can think of it. But with that being said, we do got a hover 3 and we're ready from Ramations. Let's get them counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So here we are once again. Sudden death. A lot of sudden deaths have been happening in the second half of the season. This is the second sudden death the Sparks and Minos have been able to force. They forced the sudden death up against the Millionaires in their prior match, and were able to defeat the Millionaires, putting a stop to their 7-match win streak, and then getting a good start that they needed for the second half of the season. To open things off, though, both players have gotten 2 Tetrises on the board. Rawmations has taken 1 extra burn than Timmy here in the beginning. But both of these players are rollers, so those burns will undoubtedly be made up on post 29. Of course, 39 is the operative line cap here in Gauntlet, so they can't line out for forever, so you're not going to be seeing colors here. Sorry to disappoint. Nice play over there from Rawmations. Stack is clean for both players. Rawmations going to take a couple of skims, running into a drought. And remember, this is 1 game. In contrast to a set where you have multiple games to lean back on. And sudden death, misdrops are, or not misdrops, just early top outs are completely fatal, not just for you, but for your team. Because now your team is down 2-0 in the sudden death format. Rawmations forced to take a couple of burns and, ooh, decides to use the S-tuck there. No piece here would be perfect. Go for a flat placement. There's that L piece. Gonna go for the tuck. Not gonna burn out using the T piece. Gonna hold out for a J preferably. And just like that, Rawmations gonna get Tetris ready. So it's Timmy, 188 to now 215. And ooh, a little bit of a missed-level burn over there for Timmy. L or J would be great here. Gets an eyepiece followed by an O. The well is open, and a Tetris is going to be scored. 217 and now 239. 1 Tetris is what separates these 2 players here in the first game of sudden death. Beautiful setup over there for Rawmations. What an adjustment. And then the spin to execute afterwards. Way to play around the pieces that you receive. And right now, Timmy's having to play around the pieces he's getting. Would love an eyepiece here. A couple of misdrops over here for Rawmations. Rawmations going to have to take a couple of burns as a result. But so far, Timmy is actually going to knock down a Tetris, and you're about neck and neck. Rawmations able to survive the dig, but has fallen behind and had just about a 1 Tetris lead up until this point. Still a very close game. Not quite separated by a Tetris, a little bit over half a Tetris. And Rawmations is going to find it, go into the lead. And all things considered, Rawmations has had a great utilization of long bars. During the regular season and sudden death, same piece sets is not allowed. But in the playoffs, if all players are capable of doing it, it will be. And of course, 7 out of the 10 teams are fighting for a guaranteed spot in the playoffs. The bottom 4 teams will have to play in a play-in tournament. And there are some upsides to that play-in tournament. The fact that it's double elim. And if you stay in the winner's path, you only need to win 2 matches to lock in a spot. However, you will be going up against one of the top 2 teams coming out of it. Nice fits over there for Timmy. 435 for Timmy, 422 for Rawmations. The lead has practically stayed the same. Rawmations would love an L piece here. L piece nowhere to be found. Has to use the O piece. Go for a double. Now a J or an S. Finds the J. It's just going to take some burns. Bring the stack down into a healthier position. And just like that, Timmy is actually able to build up a lead. 503,000 for Timmy now. And ooh, I like the way that that delay burn was set up with the T. Rawmations Eyepiece makes it over to the left. Staying alive. 3 eyepieces. Oh, that was not good. A lot of eyepieces right there. Could have been one of the worst things that Raw-Mations could have asked for. Finds the flat burn. Opens up the well. Would like an eyepiece. Needs to bring the stack down. Can't get it over. Oh my gosh! Raw-Mations survives just barely. Gets another Tetris, and that's going to be good. Raw-Mations should be able to downstack from this now. 513 for Raw-Mations. Timmy's going to transition at 598. Tremendous survival up there for Raw-Mations, and the stack has been brought down into a much safer position. Not a position to score, but a position to stay alive. Being the captain of his team, he is supposed to be the ace up their sleeve here in sudden death. And Timmy is making him work for it. 629 for Timmy, 527 for Raw-Mations. Just like that, Raw-Mations has brought the board all the way down to the bottom. If another eyepiece comes, there it is, a perfect well transfer over to column 10. Now Timmy is in the process of burning. Raw-Mations looking to try and chase this down. Beautiful Tetris. An L piece would be preferred here for Timmy. Actually, 2 L pieces needed now. And that L piece is not coming. Timmy now in need of an eyepiece. Set up for actually a Tetris here. But the eyepiece, there it is. There's a Tetris for Timmy, 721 to now 594. Not in a position to score clean Tetrises at this moment. But could be in a position to score a Tetris here. Yeah, that skim, an eyepiece comes, and that'll be a Tetris, and that gets access to the well, or to the hole, rather, on column 3. But Timmy's just making it work. However, those pieces are going to slow Timmy down a little bit. Raw-Mations has closed the gap. 717 and now 769. Timmy set up for the column 3. Knocks it down. Goes up to 799. 6 lines behind Raw-Mations. Now Timmy set up for another column 3. There's a Tetris for Raw-Mations. There's a Tetris for Timmy. 829 to now 748. Timmy's going to go for a skim. Set up for the column 6 now. Another skim. This column 6 Tetris is going to be a perfect well transfer. Timmy leads by just under 100,000. But we're going to be heading on to 29 soon. Raw-Mations, one of the strongest 29 players. I believe the only player to have cleared 29.5. Has the advantage on that front. We saw Timmy's match in the last game with G's in particular. He can take it the distance. The pressure is really going to be on Raw-Mations here. 929 to now 893. Tetris for Timmy goes up to 966. Level 27 for him. Level 28 for Raw-Mations. There's the Tetris for Raw-Mations. 930. Timmy just trying to get the board in an ideal spot. Raw-Mations goes to 29. 936. And Raw-Mations, oh, no, not going to commit to it. Left side is built nicely. Set up for a Tetris. Timmy with one level to go before 29. Raw-Mations, beautiful skims. Holding out for the long bar. Long bar comes. There's the Tetris for Raw-Mations into the lead temporarily. Set up for the perfect clear. Doesn't find the long bar then, but finds it now. 820. Now for Raw-Mations. 815 for Timmy. Timmy opens up the well. Would love an eyepiece followed by a couple more. Needs to get an O piece. Nice. Perfect pieces over there for Timmy. Would love an eyepiece. There's a Tetris scored. A60 to now A65. Raw-Mations has to bring the stack down. Timmy needs to hit a 5-tap. Has to hit it. There's no way to survive, and Timmy's going to top out at A63. Hard-fought game over there by Raw-Mations. However, Aux Cords are going to walk away, winning Game 1 of Sudden Death, leading, and is now on match point. That is not the Aux Cords color. Yeah, this is sudden death be carried. Hmm. Hold on 1 second. Wait. I'm not sure if I can allow that sub. Hold on. One second. Okay. Let's see. What did I say in this case? That was a full match. Hmm. Yeah, it would have to be operative of what's it called? The players that play in the match, at least in the case of sudden death. Because during regular matches, subs would be allowed if they were equal or lesser in rank at the cost of a penalty. Because yeah, every sub in this season that, at least looking every sub in has come at the cost of a game, which can't quite do that because there's only a best of one. Because yeah, Somalian has subbed in for Alex S a couple of times. It does look like Kitten's here. Basically, matches are scheduled in advance. Well, hold on. Let me get some music in the background at least. I'm gonna play this song a bit. Basically, matches are scheduled in advance, and sudden death only consists of 3 out of the 4 players that are in the match. That has been the case all season long. And so then didn't I actually make a competitive ruling on this? Let's see. That would be under news and updates, right? For the roster changes. For the pictures. Response to get an order. There's 5-minute wait. Some death continue. Predetermined order. Show ups a game 2 is forfeited. No communication about emergency situations and certain nature was given. For a second scheduled. Gauntlet Ascension team is committed to being fair to all teams, but in order to make accommodations for the unpredictability of live, communication is needed. Matches are scheduled for a certain time. The players are expected to be present at the start time of the match. Ready to do so without communication calls for forfeited games. Alright, let's see what's going on with Kitten. Because, yeah, I made a competitive ruling when the wavy ones did sudden death the last time. So then, if I were to allow sudden, that would constitute me breaking that competitive ruling. Waiting on Kitten to respond, because they sent a message. Don't know if they're gonna go live yet. Yeah, I run the league, so... Alright, looks like we should have a match between the original players. Alright, well, I mean, the order's basically known now, so... Blue Scooty just, you know... He'll be up shortly, and then... Kitten should be going live. Pretty sure it's underscore Scooty, right? Alright, Scooty, when you're ready, then Kitten will have 5 minutes to go live. If not live then, it will be a automatic win for Sparks and Minos, and then the next match, or the last match of Sudden Death, if it happens, is scheduled for like 2 hours from now. Such a bit scuffed, but it is what it is. Alright, timer has started. Just keep refreshing the Tetris category until I see Kitten somewhere. Both players are ready, we can get this match underway. All right, when players are ready. No, there is no SPS, not in Sudden Death. Not until the playoffs, at least. All right, we have it ready from both players. Let's get this game counted down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. The Ox Cords lead 2-0. Or not 2-0. 1-0. One more game is all they need here in Sudden Death in order to take the match. However, it's not going to be easy because that game has to be won up against Blue Scooty for Kitten. However, Blue Scooty already going to run into some issues. Remember, this is a best of 1. An early top out here. It's definitely not what you're looking for. No matter which side you're rooting for. Start the game off, Kitten looking at a flawless 20 potentially. Beautiful skim into a perfect world transfer over there for Scooty. Kitten getting a little bit uncomfortable. Able to find a way to burn down. Now, Scooty having to find a way to burn down as well. Eyepiece dependent in column 4. The eyepiece is nowhere to be found. There it is, a bit too late. Beautiful flat burns. And there's the eyepiece. It's going to burn a split triple. Scooty's going to stay alive. Kitten with a couple Tetris lead. There's the Tetris for Scooty. And looks like he's going to go for another one. Very aggressive. Dirty Tetris to set up. Gets the eyepiece over, knocks one down, set up for another. There's Tetris or Scooty. And this time I'm going to go for the column 9. Meanwhile, Kitten, very troubling board to work with. So not going to be in a scoring position, or a clean scoring position, I should say, for a while. It's going to be scoring dirty Tetrises just like Scooty. As Scooty finds another one. 229 for Scooty, 260 for Kitten. And that's the Tetris. Both players now back to a clean Tetris wheel. Kitten has amassed a 30,000 point lead. What an uncomfortable last couple lines for both players. And interestingly enough, both players had set up the same L-tuck too. Tetris is going to be scored for both. Another Tetris is going to be scored for Kitten, and same for Scooty. Rio 2 now for Scooty. Just going to do his best to burn this out. Would love a J. There is said J. And Kitten actually got all the pieces required for that. Blessed by the game itself. Kitten maintaining a pretty strong lead over Scooty here. Not 100k just yet. Scooty's trying to gain some momentum. Trying to string Tetrises together. Scored a few. We are closing in on level 19. Just under 35 lines away. Nice adjustment for Scooty. Gives him more opportunities to burn in the well. The kind of double well when you start getting up high approach. You love to see it. Another Tetris is going to be scored for Scooty. But is J-piece dependent? And that J-piece came a bit too late. Scooty now going to have to burn up top. Sets up a delayed burn. Needs another J-piece, followed by an I-piece. Doesn't quite get in that order. Would love a Z-piece here. That T-piece is going to work out nicely. Covers up the well, reopens it with the T-double. Tetris is going to be scored for Scooty. Kitten has amassed a 100,000 point lead, and we are closing in on level 19. It's only one game that plays. Anything can happen. And, oh, Scooty with the rotation there. Tetris is not going to be scored before level 19 for Scooty. Scooty's going to transition at 5:43. Kitten with 2 more Tetrises available to him. Set up for 1. Finds it. 593 here for Kitten. 493 for Scooty. Another Tetris for Scooty, Tetris for Kitten. 617 transition for Kitten. Scooty currently at 518, down by 100,000 and a full level ahead. Another Tetris for Scooty. Kitten set up for the first Tetris here on the post transition. However, the long bar is taking its time, but waits just long enough. 641 for Kitten. Scooty answers back with a Tetris of his own, goes up to 570. And another Tetris for Scooty. Starting to put some pressure on Kitten, as that misdrop is actually going to be quite costly on Kitten's part. A lot of burns are going to be committed. There's no clean way to burn out of this and get set up for Tetrises rather quickly. And this lead is evaporating fast. Going to go for the tuck. Can go for an I triple. And then go for row 2 from that point forward. It's set up for a dirty Tetris over here for Kitten. Kitten finds it. 705 now for Kitten. Scooty at 679. Fills in the long bar dependency. Tetris for Scooty. 708 to 709. Kitten not in a position to score a Tetris. Can finally go for row 2. Nice burn over there for Scooty. There's the Tetris for Kitten. And there's the Tetris for Scooty. 742 to now 745. Kitten now, this time going to operate off of a left well. Sets up a really risky delay burn. Not going to be Tetris ready just yet. Finally, after the skim. There's the Tetris for Kitten, but now has to deal with that overhang. Gets the piece to tuck, going to go for the skim. 803 now for Scooty in the lead. However, double long bar dependent. And Scooty's going to have to take some burns. That's going to be a triple for Kitten. And a triple for Scooty. 816 to 816. Another triple for Scooty. Kitten with the tuck into a Tetris. Back in the lead by just under a Tetris at this point. Brought the stack. Both players now with clean right wells set up. Or rather, Kitten's trying to get set up. But they're both down at the bottom of the stack. 856 now for Scooty. 852 for Kitten. Scooty running out of room to burn. Gets the well open. There it is. Tetris for Scooty. 893 to now 886. Another Tetris for Scooty. Goes up to 927. Nice flat burn over there for Kitten. Knocks down a Tetris, goes up to 920. Another Tetris for Scooty goes up to 965, but another Tetris for Kitten goes up to 953. Scooty needs to get the board under control. Kitten also running into complications, but it's imperative that Scooty gets the board to where he can score from. There it is. Tetris scored for Scooty. 808 now. Kitten goes to 993. Oh, that left side for Scooty. Hits the 5-tap. Very crucial right there. Kitten preparing to go to 29, but the board now starting to get into disarray. Looking for a piece to tuck. Can't quite find it. Oh no, Kitten's in trouble. Only 7 lines to go. A lot of weight being put on top of these various holes. Now a 5-tap must be hit. A long bar is needed. This is way too complicated. I'm not sure how Kitten's going to be able to get out of this. Can try and get one more Tetris. Try and get something. It's not going to happen. A09 to A50. Blue Scooty being pushed to the brink was able to clutch it out. And the match is now tied, or rather, sudden death is now tied 1-1. Which means it's going to come down to our last two players that will be playing in about an hour and a half. I guess during that time, I will go live and try and max before the leap year is over. But what a game over there from Scooty. And a game from Kitten, too. That's some... Both of our captains being pushed by the tier underneath. Timmy forced Rawmations into some pretty tough spots, and Kitten also forced Scooty into tough spots as well. And we're going to let Scooty play this one out. And then we'll end stream here, and then I'll go live in like 5 to 10 minutes. But what a game. Dang. Those pieces... Wait. Is this? Yeah, and there's super kill screen. D86. Nicely done. We'll be back for the conclusion in about an hour and a half. So, don't go, well, go do important stuff, you know. But an hour and a half, come back as we have the conclusion of this match. Thank y'all for watching.